We are back with the D100 today. We've got a bunch of work ahead of us. We are going to be prepping the bed for metal work. We've already got it off and inside. We're going to start stripping it. Once we've got it stripped, we will start sanding it, and then sanding and sanding and sanding, and hopefully there's not too many surprises. We've got ourselves some aircraft paint stripper. Now I've only used this stuff once before. It did work pretty well, but when I used it, it had this chemical in it. If you ever looked up paint stripper, I've never found automotive paint stripper, but I've found aircraft paint stripper. I've found regular paint stripper for the house, but I've never found anything that said automotive paint stripper. Why is that? From what I've seen with the new stuff, you want to paint it on, and then you want to tarp over it. So we'll essentially pour it, paint it, and then cover it with this and let it sit for about 40 minutes. Last time I used this stuff, we just painted it on and scraped it off. So I'm assuming that one chemical that they took out of it is probably why we have to now tarp it up. First thing we're gonna do is remove all of the trim off of the truck. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? More brown. Oh yeah, okay. That's some body filler. Interesting. I don't see any teal on the bed though. Right when I say I don't see any teal, there's the teal. We're gonna scuff up the surface and then we will paint on the aircraft stripper. We've got it all nice and scuffed up. I know in reality you're looking at something that looked terrible. Now it looks much worse, but we are on the right track. We're gonna apply some paint stripper. We've got it nice and prepped. Instructions say wait 45 minutes and it should be peelable. And what this plastic is actually doing is it's sealing in all of those chemicals so you can get the most effect out of what's in it. Hopefully it works. It's been 45 minutes. We're gonna peel this plastic off and see how it did. It's not looking too good. It's only worked well on the spots where it was really clumped up on there. So I'm gonna scrape off what I can and then we'll probably have to do it again. After doing some scraping and some thinking, I can only imagine they don't want us to paint it on there because they want it to go on thicker. So I'm gonna paint it on thicker and see if that makes a difference. Instead of 45 minutes, we went 3 hours. Let's take a look. We got some bubbling, some more bubbling, some more bubbling. Not as consistent as I would like, but we got bubbles. So far, it's not going to plan as well as I would hope. We've got a lot of marbling on this old paint job here. So it kind of looks like a jawbreaker. If you ever had one of those, you got the multiple layers of Bondo paint primer, Bondo paint primer, and it just continues. Just really giving that jawbreaker vibe on this one. Look, clean metal. I don't know if the stripper didn't work as well because it had to go, because it had all of this to soak it up. But we definitely got a lot of work in front of us, so I'm gonna keep kicking ass on this one. Once this side's done, we'll go flip it to the other side. I'm gonna try a little bit different technique with adding that paint stripper and see if I can get it to work a little bit more effective. We've got a lot more bubbling happening this time. You really gotta slop it on there, which is probably why they don't want you to brush it. So I can only guess it's just gotta be on there really thick and then cover it as soon as you can so it doesn't evaporate, and that'll get you the best result. Now, if you're thinking, did he just use an angle grinder to remove all that paint? You would be correct. I did use an angle grinder to remove all that paint, and you'd be correct for thinking that's probably not the right way for doing it. But it's done. The paint is removed, and I promise you, I can make it look better than what it currently looks like. All right, with that side wrapped up, time to do it one more time on the other side. All right, we're gonna give it one more round and we're gonna be pretty close to where I want it. We don't actually have to go too crazy with it because it is gonna get a skim coat. It is gonna get some body work after the fact. All right, she's looking pretty decent, you know? She's got her flaws, and she will have her flaws, and I'll do my best, but we're looking pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna call it. There will be no more sanding for quite a while, and that was a little rough. We spent a lot of extra time on this one fixing our mistakes. Might be a theme of all of the projects you see from me. When we come back to this, we will be doing all of the fabrication. So next time we're gonna gear up to do some welding and some chopping. We gotta get some hammers and some dies, and this is gonna be quite a project. There is a lot more to do here, but I'm happy. She's got her flaws, but we're here to fix them. So we'll see you on the next one.